So a few days ago, PlayStation announced that they're going to be overhauling PlayStation Plus. There's going to be 3 new tiers. The whole new subscription is going to be coming later this summer in June. There's going to be classic games from PS1 to PS2, PS3, kind of in a way, PS4, PS5, like basically the whole entire catalog, and even PSP, but apparently Vita's dead for some reason, at least to them. Anyways, I want to talk about 3 specific points in this video. Now there may be more, but 3 specific things that I think would be really important to see from this new subscription base. Now some of these we probably won't see, and some of these we might see, and it's kind of all up in the air. But if we don't see it at launch, I would like to at least see it at some point, you know, launch window, maybe like a few months out or something like that, because I think these things would add a lot of value to the service, especially for the prices that they're going to be asking. So if you missed the whole video where we talked about, you know, all of the different things that are going to be included with all the different tiers, basically the quick rundown is PlayStation Plus Essential, which is basically what we have right now, PlayStation Plus Extra, which is going to be a second tier. You're going to have up to 400 of the most enjoyable PS4 and PS5 games, which is going to be pretty interesting to see which games are included. And then we get a PlayStation Plus Premium, which is going to include, you know, games from like PS1, PS2, PSP, all that good stuff as well. And the prices vary, right? So for Essential, it's going to be $60 yearly USD. It's going to be $100 USD for the second tier Extra, and Premium, the third tier, is going to be $120 USD, which gets pretty pricey here in Canada, about $150. Now we also talked about the fact that Jim Ryan said that it's not really, you know, a comparison to Xbox Game Pass. They're not really going for that kind of thing, which is what a lot of us thought at first. So that's kind of already answered and out of the way. So if we know that it's not really an equivalent to that, we're not going to be seeing big AAA games there day one. He did say never for the future, but for now, that's not going to be their model for the service. Then we already have a few answers. And we already have a little bit of a kind of a shape of what this service is going to be like. So I want to talk, like I said, about 3 specific points. But first, a quick word from today's sponsor. Well, my friends, can I get a round of applause? Today, I'm excited to announce that Manscaped launched their Ultra Premium Collection. And believe it or not, it's for your not so private parts. I'm talking about a leveled up hygiene routine with your favorite manly scent. This is an all-in-one skin and hair kit for the everyday man that covers you from head to toe, literally. Manscaped is trusted below the waist, but now you can trust them with the rest as well. Join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping if you use code JSkeleton. Let me know if you guys do, so I can give you huge thanks. Beyond that, for the Ultra Premium Collection, they do include other things as well. They have deodorants. No, not for the southern region. It's for your stanky armpits, man. They have hydrating body moisturizer. They have body wash, 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, plus a free gift, a 3-pack set of lip balm that's made with all kinds of ingredients such as vitamin E, peppermint, and eucalyptus oil to keep those chappers feeling moist. That's 4 products plus a free gift inside the Ultra Premium Collection. Again, if you guys want to pick this up or anything else on manscaped.com, you can use code JSkeleton for 20% off and free shipping. So the first thing I'll say that I would really love to see at day one is a wide selection. For that asking price, a wide selection from the games that are going to be included. Now, like I said, we already know some of the games that are going to be included with the PS4 and PS5 games, at least. We know that God of War, Death Stranding, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, Mortal Kombat 11, and Returnal are all going to be there day one. What else are we going to be getting? Because they did say 400 of the most enjoyable PS4 and PS5 games for the PlayStation Plus Extra tier. So again, you're not going to be getting this with the Essential tier, but for that tier, you're going to get 400, or they said up to 400. So if you're getting up to 400, how many are we going to be getting day one? Are we going to be getting close to 400 day one? Is it going to be more of 100? Is it going to be up to 400 in the long term? Like, you know, they're seeing this, you know, a few years down the line. What are we getting exactly day one? I think we need a wide variety with that. And we also need a wide variety with everything else that is going to be, you know, PS1 games, PS2, PSP, PS3, PS4, because they did mention that they're going to have all of those as well. Now, it's kind of interesting because they did say PS3 games are only available via cloud streaming, and part of that is because all of the crazy architecture that was behind the PS3. They really shot themselves in the foot for that, and they're still paying for it today. But that said, I still think that they could have pulled off PS3 emulation. I just don't know that they're willing to put in the effort and the money for it. I think that's why they're just like, well, let's just go with cloud streaming. Not that it's not possible to do actual emulation. I don't know. It's just one of those things, right? So I would have loved to see PS3 games just get, you know, kind of native support and not actual just cloud streaming, because the cloud streaming, I mean, I don't have the worst internet in the world. I got solid internet, and even that, then cloud streaming is touch and go with any service, not just PlayStation specifically, but any service is kind of, you know, it's not the best experience. I don't think we're kind of to that extent yet. And so that's kind of disappointing because, you know, again, there's a lot of great PS3 games that I would have loved to play on my PS5. Like even just some of the old Call of Duties, right? Some people don't really like the newer Call of Duties. We want to go back, play the old ones. We don't really want to be able to have to, you know, get an old console to do so. So that's kind of unfortunate. They did say that they're going to be adding up to 340 additional games, which is between the PS3 cloud streaming games and then all of the native stuff that's, well, it's available both in streaming and download options for PlayStation 1, PS2, and PSP. Now, the interesting thing about this is there's no PS Vita. I would have loved to see some PS Vita support as well. I mean, I don't know why PlayStation just completely forgot about the Vita. I love the PSP, but the Vita is a really good console as well. We talked about that, what was it, like 2020? I think it was, when I made a video talking about why I got a PS Vita in 2020, or maybe it was 2019. I don't remember anymore. Time flies. But the point being is that, you know, it would have been nice to see some Vita support as well. Now, again, the question is, how many games are we going to get day one? Because it says up to 340, and if you're splitting, now again, we might not be getting 340 between this, but even if you're splitting that between these consoles, that's not many per console. So are we gonna get like 5 each, maybe, for lucky? I don't know. You know, again, I think about Nintendo Switch Online and what they had with the NES at, you know, day one. They had a good solid actually amount of games. Same thing with the Super NES and N64. They started with probably like 10 to 15 games, I think, day one, if I recall correctly, at least for the NES and the Super NES you know, versions. But yeah, that's just kind of the big question there. Anyways, moving on from that, what I would like to see, speaking of Nintendo Switch Online, is a family membership kind of option. Now, yeah, technically, you know, you can kind of game share by setting, you know, another console as your primary device, but that's not the same. I want to see an actual family membership. I mean, if we're going to be paying this much money, I think we should have an option to include at least 1 or 2 other people in this membership. Like the PlayStation Plus Premium, I get that they're adding all of these, you know, other consoles, PS1, PS2, PS3, PSP. I get it. And even PS4, of course. And then you're getting the PS4 and PS5 games that we talked about from the extra tab. But I would like to see something like, you know, okay, you can share your subscription with someone. Maybe in PS Plus Essential, it's just you, one person. PS Plus Extra, 2 people. So that means you can share it with one other person. You can add at least one person to your subscription that can share all the benefits with you, and you can even split the cost between each other. Now, I know PlayStation is probably not going to do this, but anyways, PlayStation Plus Premium, maybe have up to 3 people. You know what I mean? So you can have yourself and 2 other people join with you. Now, again, do I think they're going to do this? Probably not. Probably not. I don't see PlayStation making that kind of move, unfortunately. I would see probably Xbox doing this before PlayStation. And again, it's very unfortunate to say. Nintendo obviously has done it. Is Nintendo's value the same as PlayStation Plus? In terms of multiplayer servers, no. In terms of the games being offered, like the NES, Super NES, N64, I think there's definitely more value there, at least right now, and we get a bunch of other stuff as well. At the same time, PS Plus, you do get those games every single month for free, right? We got like 2 or 3 games every single month, so there is that side of things as well. But I would still like to see, you know, especially for the asking price, to at least be able to include at least one person, at least in the premium tier, and make it a little bit more worth it. At least for that, being able to include at least one other person, like a family shared kind of plan or something. That'd be nice. Will we see it? Again, probably not. Lastly, number 3 is going back to the classic games, and this is something that I've seen echoed throughout my comment section. I've seen it echoed on Twitter, on social media, and that is the ability to buy the classic games without the premium membership. This is also a problem on Nintendo Switch Online. We've talked about that on the Nintendo channel, where all of these NES games and Super NES games and N64 games that are on the Nintendo Switch, you're not able to buy like you were with the virtual console versions on, you know, previous consoles like the Wii U and the Wii and all that, and the 3DS. And that's been a problem with Nintendo fans. This is going to obviously translate over to the PlayStation platform, where if you're locking all of these classic games behind this premium membership, it's like you got to pay $120 USD, which again, for Canadians, that's pretty steep. That's getting up to like $150. I don't even know what the Canadian prices are at the time of recording this, but I'm scared to find out. It's like, okay, dude, that's, I don't think that's, the best thing. And I mentioned this previously too, is that if you sell them individually, even if it's like $5 a pop, you're like, essentially you're double dipping in monetization, which normally is frowned upon in, other aspects, right? When it's like a game where you're selling a game and then you have a heavy microtransactions, that's frowned upon. In this scenario, I think it would not be frowned upon. I think it would be applauded, because then you got the choice, right? Like I said before, let's say you get the full library of PS1 games. And I'm just talking about PS1 as an example. Obviously, you're getting PS1, PS2, PSP, PS4, all that, and PS3. But let's say, just with the PS1 catalog, let's say there's like 2 or 3 games in there that you want, and there's like maybe 10 games total, right? You don't care about those other 7 games. And then like that translates over to the other platforms as well. There's like only a couple that you want. Well, then at that point, it's not really worth you paying, that, subscription to get access to the full catalog. You just buy whatever you want, and they're still making a lot of money, right? Like, let's say again, like three games per platform. There's 4 platforms. Then at that point, you're buying what, 3, 6, 9, 12 games at $5 a pop. You see what I mean? It starts to add up, right? That's like what, $60-$70, give or take. You're giving them a good chunk of money. So if you want to permanently own the games, you have that option to buy them. If you just want to basically rent them and have the full library, accessible to you, then you get the premium membership. If not, you just get the essential membership. So that's where it's kind of smart, right? Because then you're still paying $60 a year for PlayStation Plus Essential, but you're also buying to own. I mean, it's digital media, so digital media is never technically owned, but you know what I mean? At least to, permanently have linked to your account, these digital games. So I think that'd be nice to see as well. But will we see that? I don't know. Maybe in the future at launch. I am highly doubtful. But I've seen a lot of people say that they want an option just to buy whatever games they want, and that's that, classic games. And I agree. Just let us buy the classic games that we want, if that's what we want. And if we want to go for the PlayStation Plus Premium, then we could do that as well. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I just want to talk about these 3 points that I feel would greatly add value to the new PlayStation Plus subscription service. But let me know if there's anything else that you thought of. Again, this is not an extensive list. This is just kind of 3 things that came to mind. Kind of, I guess the first things that came to my mind personally, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you have anything to add to it. Be sure to subscribe, like, and all that good stuff for more content. It really helps out the channel. See you guys soon, another one. Tell them to friends. Game on. See you guys later.